mentioned actually during the break, Barbecue is really just stepping up when it comes to his diva play, and so is Mao's Xayah. His Xayah is just out Xayahing Only God in some of these small fights. I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah, Mao's definitely not as quiet as a mouse. He's actually being rather loud right now. Quite a different kind of rodent potentially, and Barbecue has been firing up very well as well. He's, like you said, he has been fragging out and he's been able to hit some great self-destructs as well. And his defense matrix usage is very good for keeping Colty safe. So let's have a quick look at what we're going to see coming out of a Shoes Money Crew defense. So I'm going to go for that double long-range support. They've got the Harmony Orb, the Discord Orb, and the Bardic Grenade, which is a load of very offensive tools that can be used.
Same defense we've seen pretty much all of today on Hanamura. Oh, we've got that Sombra, you got the Doom Fist, and there's two long-range supports like you said.
Oh, that was an interesting spy check right there.
Yeah, Sombra checking, just making sure she's not creeping around. I mean, again, we did see this earlier on. Literally, match number 1 of the day, Sombra's just hiding there to get all the information possible and then just zipping back using that Translocator.
Dude, they are. Barbecue right now laying down some suppressive fire, making sure no Sombras are coming through there either.
He just got ran over by Colty. Colty is going to die though, but Zeal has got a nice little position here. Can maybe isolate one of the supports. Going to have to watch out for Only God, however, who has jumped onto the McCree, expecting to see the Doomfist.
Zeal could potentially take out Urki on his way back as well. There's no way that Angry Titans are going to be able to move back and help him out. You can see right now, Elevate's going to be peeling back, as is Luddy, trying to help out Urki potentially against both of Shoes Money Crew DPS.
Ah, there you go. You can see Zeal just making his way back to the point. So Angry Titans should be able to re-corral themselves on top here. Luddy finds a kill onto Mouse though. That's a really good start.
I think IPN may have also hit a nice little volley there. Only God's on there. He's got some protection and a Harmony Orb as well to keep him topped up, and now it's down to Shoes Money Crew to try and engage.
Yeah, it's all on them. Already securing a tick. Zeal is going to find a nice rocket punch on to Urki, signaling the first kill of the fight. Low is going extremely low, has to back off. And IPN actually is going to demake Barbecue. No more fragging power from the Diva. That's going to be a big loss when it comes to tanker potential as well. Transcendence unlocked fairly early for IPN, meaning the rest of his team is going to stay nice and healthy on this point. More importantly, Elivote, who's actually been hacked as well.
Get caught.
IPN just headshotting Zeal. The body just goes flying. Tries to be struggling a little bit here to keep everybody alive. That bubble was in his way. Couldn't actually get line of sight. But Elivo is going to get demech. Self-destruct onto the point, and a nice boop actually is going to demech Barbecue.
As indeed, but the self-destruct will be there once again to give him that free remake. He's going to stay on the point to keep it contested. He needs to go back for healing though. Tri-Spear is going to be responsible with that along with Izzy, but they're lacking firepower, Jaws.
They do manage to secure a second tick. 2 minutes remaining for Angry Titans as well. This is half the time bank already gone, and it's all been fighting on this point. The first EMP of the game comes out, but in turn is matched by that sound barrier. And now Zeus is going to have to be extremely careful. Doesn't have that Meteor Strike just yet, but a Bio Grenade actually onto Losish sends him to the back of the fight, just making sure he can stay alive. And Barbecue a little bit too aggressive, and now Only God switching from the McCree to the Tracer to get back to the point quickly, is going to find the kill onto Zeal. Losish cleaning up too. The rest are going to fall, and that'll be Angry Titans securing first.
Only God, of course, did swap over to the Tracer in an emergency. He is going to swap back from the looks of it. Depends if he wants to go for that long-range hit scan or once again go for the all-important Xayah and like retain that dive ball composition. But for now, looks like he may decide to play. Oh no, I think he was actually waiting there to see what Shoes Money Crew would change to, because obviously he can press tab and see what Shoes Money Crew have in store on the defense. Mouse is also going to be matching him Xayah versus Xayah, but crucially there's a difference here between using a Lucio and not having to do so.
That's a nano boost on Zeal. That's very scary. He's going to jump straight into the front line. That's a lot of damage onto the mech of Elivote. He is almost to that self-destruct, and you can see Only God only just switching over, doesn't really have any ult charge. There's a big Meteor Strike if he chooses to land it. I'm not sure he does. Wants to play it a little bit more safe. He's only at half HP after all. Receives those shields as well for hitting enemies with his abilities to make sure he stays even healthier during this fight. Coalescence now. Zeal in trouble. Has to back out extremely quickly, and Urki's going to make sure he's punished for it. Self-destruct onto the point, catches no one so far. And you can see Izzy being extremely aggressive with the Transcendence as well. But Colty was actually trapped, body blocked in the corner by Only God and Urki to make sure he went down. And Only God farming charge as well. 100% after that self-destruct goes off. And now they have firm control of the point.
There's the first take. The second's going to be fast, coming as a boop onto Barbecue to stop them from contesting before that comes through. And there's
nice grab on the back line as well. Izzy's actually caught up on the high ground, but it doesn't seem to matter. IPN and Erky jumping onto the point, jumping onto that grab. Colsty's going to fall, and Barbecue is going to join them. Now, Rally is still charging up. Everybody receiving so much armor as Zeal's forced to jump onto the Mei, getting body blocked. No wall, no ice block available. Izzy only narrowly not making it to the point. That beat came down from Luddy, and that seals the deal.
Great heads-up play there as well from Angry Titans to be able to deal a huge amount of damage to Zeal before it could reach a point, forcing out that ice block. That ice block's one of your main tools to contest as a Mei, because you're invincible and able to contest a point while it is active. Not like Sombra with a stealth, where you can't contest if you're invisible. You can contest while you're invincible with the Mei, but because she had to use that first in order to try and stay alive, wasn't able to get to the point and have that great contest.
How OP would that be, though? If Sombra could contest?
I think that used to be a thing, but of course it wasn't invisible. That wasn't before you could be invisible permanently.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like darting around the point, just trying not to knock into anybody, just making sure you can contest forever. Mei can actually be healed as well. One nice block. That was one of the changes that happened a couple of patches ago. Right, nice time bank. Only lost 2 seconds on that attack, so Angry Titans have 3 minutes and 58 to work with. Now it's their time to defend. Luddy, can't imagine he's going to jump onto the Torb again. Doesn't want to have those flashbacks from Hollywood. Shoes Money Crew, they're on attack.
Yeah, I don't think they want those flashbacks, Jaws. But Angry Titans, it does appear that halftime has had a good bit of a group huddle for them. Let's not forget, Angry Titans are actually in a team house, so they can just all turn their chairs around like, okay, guys, what's going on? How do we remedy this situation? It appears they've managed to do that very nicely. They're being heads up with their swaps, like only got onto the Tracer when he got picked early. He knew that he had to get back as quickly as possible. He forwent the pulse bomb. He knew that it wasn't going to be as good in the face of the fight they were going to take on second, so he moved over to the Zarya instead.
Yeah, the best pulse bomb target, you're thinking maybe one of the supports, maybe you can catch the Doomfist in air somehow, but Zarya just way more impactful in those situations, especially as you get 100% charge, because when you're on the attack, all the fire's coming towards you, and you're near the spawn, so you're going to get charged pretty quickly. Only God and Erky, they're on the Doomfist and the Sombra, as we kind of expected, and it does look like Shoes Money Crew taking an alternate route to go into right side, possibly to the top yet, to wrap round and disrupt IPN.
Yeah, they're going to try and move the positioning of Angry Titans on their support line. They are actually going for the double flex support here. Luddy and IPN playing on that Ana, and Zen, of course, are going to be exploiting those long sight lines like we talked about so many times thus far. This is definitely not a defensive point where you need the Lucio as much.
Not as much, no. Oh, that was close. Nice little seismic slam to get away. Didn't quite find the rocket punch connection against that wall. It would have signaled death for Zeal if he did manage to clip him, but he did not. And Evoke now jumping into the point to contest, make sure they don't actually get that tick. It's about half a pixel away from clipping over. There you go. They eventually get it. Luddy ended up killing Colsty. In fact, getting a double kill as Izzy goes down as well. But you can see the rest of Shoes Money Crew just trying to stabilize for the moment. Mao's at very, very high energy and 75% towards for his grab as well. Barbecue coming up big, and Mao's once again. We spoke about this in the early game and in the pre-game, sorry. These guys have really turned it up this week, and you can see why. Extremely quick cap by Shoes Money Crew. They're going to have a lot of time to work with. 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
The engagement choice there from Angry Titans was actually to hack Izzy, but quick as a flash, Zeal managed to apply the armor pack to him, which gave Izzy all of his health back and a little bit of extra armor so that he could really survive those incoming attacks. And look at how many ults Angry Titans now currently have. They have 4, almost 5 ready to go. They should be able to easily deal with this incoming attack.
Erky with the ultimate. He has got an ender boost on him. Oh, nice shield bash by Zeal to actually stop him from rocket punching him into the wall. Graviton Surge just came online, as well as that Transcendence from Tri-Spear. Erky's going to be the first to fall. IPN using that Transcendence fairly early to keep them all alive in this corridor. Don't want Maus to get any free kills. Only God has used that EMP, however, so they haven't got that defensive tool to use just yet. And Zeal, you can see hacked on the top side, is going to have to retreat just for the moment, as Erky is going to chase him. Barbecue continuing to fight on the point, has the self-destruct, and they're going to be able to actually secure a tick off this.
Elivo has used his self-destruct to try and get that quick remake. Only got on that emergency Widowmaker, who's already taken down Zeal.
Wow, Barbecue going extremely aggressive. Is actually going to force the self-destruct. Oh,
perfect
that
evasion.
meteor strike, only narrowly missing Baby Diva, but regardless, Barbecue is still ejected from the mech. There's no real tanky targets apart from Colsty, who's using that Primal Rage in the sidelines, and IPN is still managing to get the contest. If they contest much longer, though, Maus is going to have another ultimate online as the ball comes out to try and stall for more.
All hands on deck right now. They've got to stay on the point. They're so close to being capped on right here. Jaws, and there's a nano boost onto Erky.
Good pick by Erky, straight through Barbecue's head, and that'll be Erky as well, receiving that nano boost to try and disrupt the front line. The Infantides are going to get popped, but you know where everybody is. They're going to be on the point contesting. IPN, Ulcich, and Urki in quick succession end up going down. It's up to OWC to really contest now as the D-Mech does go on to Elivote. He's jumping down to the point, but Colsey's going to chase him through. 4 minutes and 53 seconds in the time bank. The grab to seal the deal. Choose Money Crew coming up.
Now they are Angry Titans. Even when it looks like they are at their stronger sort of selves, they haven't been full held on first, which is definitely a step up from Hollywood. They're still being flummoxed by, that's a wonderful word, flummoxed. They're still being flummoxed by the attentions of Choose Money Crew. So we'll have to see if Angry Titans can bring this back. Of course, it's only like a minute disparity in the time bank, so it's still very winnable. But if we look back to last week, we actually saw Angry Titans being taken to Horizon Lunar Colony, and that's the map that they managed to draw last week.
Horizon Lunar Colony was the map as well by Angry Titans back in Season 1, if you can cast your minds that far.
To the hardcore fans.
Hardcore fans.
Only 90s kids will get this.
Only Season 1 kids will get this. The quad tank coming out from AT. The first time they really just put the nail in the coffin for their group.
Absolutely. That's really when they did show off that dominance. We'll have to see if they can retain that dominance here. Because obviously, Choose Money Crew is still on match point. They can take entire series off the favourites in this group as what some people would put down as potentially 5th or 6th place. If they can claim Hanamura, and that would really change up people's perspectives when it comes to thinking about Choose Money Crew. And I wonder what they've been doing in scrims of this last week to really change them so much as a team.
Looking good for the plucky upstarts. Choose Money Crew are on the defense, going not with the Doomfist and the Sombra this time. You can see they are Sombra checking. I like how they switched to May to get the D-Drop on the high ground so she doesn't actually have to use Thruster. It's pretty important. Thruster's a fairly short cooldown, but if you need to use it ASAP, you'd rather have it there than not.
Choose Money Crew also changing up their defensive strategy here. No more DPS. It's all about the 3-3, and Angry Titans going to hightail out of there with a speed boost. Nice.
Nice use of the speed boost by both sides. And just like AT, yep, they're going to switch straight up. Going to go for the mirror comp.
Oh, they may decide to go for the mirror comp here, but they're just going to have to outskill. And as far as we saw on Hollywood, Jaws, right now, it feels like Angry Titans aren't in the best sort of matchup when it comes to the 2-2.
I think so. Oh, that was close. You see that shield bash coming through from Zil? Actually missed like 3 people as he shield bashed through 2 of them. Uh-oh, Lotus maybe a little bit of trouble. Barbecue more so, though. Receives an armor pack just at the last second. Mao's going pretty low as well. Good start for OWC, taking out the mech of Barbecue, but Mao's also taking a lot of damage. He's going to be the next focus, apparently, according to Angry Titans, although Lotus receives most of that damage. Mao's doing a lot of work to him in the sidelines. He charges off. Lotus actually falls off the edge. Choose Money Crew should be able to clean the rest of this fight up.
Indeed they will, and Mouse is getting incredibly close to that Graviton Surge. OWC's only 60% of the way there, but of course, there's going to be a premium on Colsty coming back from spawn. He's got to use his charge and potentially get a little bit of a speed boost as well, and also return to the fray in good time. But Lolsish, he's already going to be knocking at your door. Let's have a look at Choose Money Crew and these ultimates. They're so close to so many draws. 3 pretty much ready to go. Colsty only needs to hit 1 swing, and Izzy's almost there with a sand barrier as well, well ahead of Luddy.
Looking pretty good. Tri-Space should get us online as well. There's the rally coming through. Shatter hits the floor. Izzy's going to go down, same with Barbecue, but a return Shatter from Colsty. Doesn't quite land on anybody, and a Transcendence coming through from IPN and Tri-Spear alike. Graviton gets completely eaten there by Elivote, and Colsty, afflicted with only God's Graviton Surge, goes down to IPN. Barbecue's going to get a little bit of revenge. However, main tank's now down for Choose Money Crew as Barbecue does bite the dust as well. Looks like the point's pretty much going to go over to Angry Titans. Couple of ults used, but boy, was that eat good. As soon as that goes through, you know you've won the team fight. Grab advantage, and now they secure.
That's good eating right there, Jaws. You can see Elivote actually boosting back here to get to IPN, because IPN needs the ultimate charge here. So Elivote's going to be allowed to heal up using only the Harmony Orb, not any healing from Luddy or Urki, because they both already have their ultimates. And this way, they're pretty much getting as much juice as possible out of the damage that they have sustained. And now they're going to be able to move forward with almost 4 ultimates in their bank. They've got 3 ready to go. Lost just needs to hit 1 or 2 swings. And Choose Money Crew, they're very low on ultimates. Here they've got to just leverage defensive positioning as best as they can.
They're going to try and get that juice. Lost just ends up hitting Tri-Spear in that Chaos of it all. Oh, that bomb. Just moving everybody out the way and actually destroying OWC. Now, I'm going to jump onto the point with the rally still available, but no bubbles now available. That's going to be a big problem. Lost still has that Shadow too. Now, it's Mao's in the front line for the time. They end up giving them a tick in the end, but a reconvene here coming through from Choose Money Crew might be all they need. Izzy is going to go down first. The shield bash to stop the Rhine charging in. The Transcendence as well onto the point to keep everybody alive.
Colsty's going to try to come back in, and Lolsish doesn't have barrier ready to go.
Beautiful pin. Transcendence immediately answered there by IPN. Knows if Lolshish goes down here, it could be all over. Extremely low is the main tank on the side of Shoes Money Crew. Colsty is going to get focused down super hard. Erky and Only God actually get booped away there to make sure he stays alive for a little bit longer. Now both Ryan's actually going down, and Elivo sending that self-destruct into the sky, hopefully picking up a couple. Only actually gets Barbecue's mech, but another self-destruct from him will be able to remech him for another day.
Mouse is the hero here. 3 kills for Graviton Surge, and you know what happened? He waited for Elivo to use that self-destruct so the defense matrix wasn't available. You can't eat it when the defense matrix is there because your mech's blowing up, and that's exactly what Mouse did. He blew on up and blew Angry Titans away. They did manage to get a tick jaw, so this isn't quite a whitewash, but they have 35 seconds to try and claim the next 2, and the only tool they've got right now to try and deal with it is Only God with that Graviton Surge. Tri-Spear can easily try and build up towards that Transcendence. If Only God's quick on the trigger here, though, they may have no answer for this ultimate.
Lolshish is going to have Shadow online as well very soon. He goes pretty low, but look at that grab, actually pulling Colsty back up. He was jumping off the edge, and Lolshish is going to find himself 2 kills. A Transcendence from Tri-Spear to cement them on the point. 8 seconds now remain as Lolshish does have that Shadow available. Colsty's going to have to get back pretty soon, but with Tri-Spear's Transcendence wearing out, they're going to be very, very sore losers at the moment. Oh, that Shadow was good. Only God is going to be able to clean up. Lolshish now moving forward with immunity as that rally's going off as well. Overtime is here, but another tick away for Angry Titans. They still have 2 support ultimates available to them as well. Sound Barrier comes out for Shoes Money Crew yet again to help them cement themselves on the point, but the problem is Angry Titans are just farming the front line. Colsty's going to go down, and Only God is near to another grab.
They need picks here, but the Sound Barrier is going to stop them from doing that, and IPN's ready as well with a Transcendence.
He got the grab off. I thought he stuck it to the main pillar, but it was the other one. And Lolshish swings for the heavens and picks up 3. They end the round in overtime.
Yeah, they do. Overtime means if there's more than a minute on the clock, if Shoes Money Crew can capture both points again, they will get a free attack. But that demands that Shoes Money Crew can capture the entire point. And the thing is, it seems like Angry Titans have very much learned from their first attack and really tried to figure out the tempo at which Shoes Money Crew want to play their defensive style here. See if they've learned enough to try and have a more effective defense second time around.
Well, they did gain 50 whole seconds, close to a minute, so they almost got 5 minutes to work with on this offense. We'll see what AT want to do here on the defense, because we've seen over and over again with Sombra and the Doomfist and then the supports hold up on the high ground. But Shoes Money Crew, again, in fact, a lot of the teams right now, especially on Hanamura first, they seem to lose it ever so quickly. The spawn point is fairly far away when it comes down to it. That is
perfect
beautiful
tracking.
camera. Yeah, I was going to say.
Beautiful tracking. You sure that's not a tactical visor?
How do you even play that game?
I assume you like put in a coin in AFK.
Yeah, it's like 3D Pong, right? I don't know.
3D Pong.
You know, a lot of the arcade games, I really wish they were playable. They look so much fun. I also really like old style, like 90s arcade games.
Can I report you for playing arcade games in Hanamura Arcade when you're supposed to be playing Zen? Arcade main, by the way.
Arcade main. No, I'm too busy playing ranked. Angry Titans on the defense, not winning. Shoes Money Crew on the offense. They look like they're going for the dive. Winston with the 3-3. Also, he's taking a lot of damage. Oh, I love playing Doomfist in this situation because you just get to rocket punch into tanks. It feels really good because you know you're not going to die very quickly. He actually is going to claim the mech of Elivo here. That's actually a really good start. For the side of Shoes Money Crew. It's actually going to force Angry Titans to play a little bit back here.
Lolshish also going down. This is quickly falling apart, but so is Izzy.
No, Izzy's brain's a little bit rattled, but in favor of Shoes Money Crew already. They're on the point, just completely team-wipe Angry Titans. Only God trying to touch, delay a little bit longer. Translocates onto the point, instantly dies to Barbecue's hands, and that'll be the first point going over in a matter of 50 seconds.
And look at Tri-Spear's ultimate charge. He must have done the majority of that damage to both the mech and Lolshish there. He's already almost got himself a Transcendence compared to YPN, who's got 40%. This man is fragging out. He's got it ready to go, and he can carry everyone forwards. Only God is going to have to be the answer here. Is 98% of the way towards that EMP. Could potentially shut down Tri-Spear. There it is. Lose all the shields.
Instantly killed. 50 HP remains on the Zen when you get EMP'd. Nice punch from Erky as well. Kills 2 people off, both supports. That's a one ult wonder of a team fight.
Try me.
Well, she got hacked now, so there's no way she's getting away. That's just pure unlucky Zeal. Should have held the shield up. Should have held the shield up.
Erky there was not in the mood to try and test Tri-Spear.
Definitely not.
Do not test him.
90% now on that Meteor Strike. They don't really have anything to combo with it, though. That's the issue.
Swapped over to the May.
All right, he's ready to stall it out, man. I mean, Mao's now 50% on the grab. We've got the 2 support ultimates that could potentially win them the round.
And look at this time bank. 3 minutes 30 remaining here. Potentially only God's going to try and
potential wall
some people off, but they have pressed tab. They appear to be savvy to what's up.
Yep, they know what's good. Uh-oh. Oh, not where you want to be. Oh, not where you need. You only got apparently.
Like this.
Hello, Discord. Oh, but a boot. Insta-kill on Only God. Urki is going to find the kill into Mouse, however, but look at this positioning. Forcing the Transcendence out of Tri-Spit there, and he's actually going to get bat off the side. So no healing actually on the point right now for the rest of Shoes Money crew. Haven't got spawn advantage either, as IPN is going to go down nearer to his Trans as well. He's going to get that in death and going to be able to get that back to the point fairly quickly. Only God doing a good job of stalling out so far, and a good big sleep onto Colsty, in fact, as he did try to jump the back line, but now the beat comes out from Shoes Money crew. There are no way they're going to go down just yet. IPN's going to have to force to use that Transcendence to keep people alive. Urki is going to get completely hacked up and almost killed through the Trans itself.
Indeed he is. Here comes the surprise Wrecking Ball, the Power Driver coming in, but not claiming any lives thus far. But also, Shoes Money crew haven't claimed any ticks yet. They're not on the point, Jaws. Only God's back, and he can contest forever.
They need to get on the point. They were too focused on killing Losish. They end up killing him off, but just leaves Elivo actually time to spawn. In fact, Urki's going to be here as well.
Eaten Blizzard.
That feels awful if you're Only God right now. He does get Eaten Blizzard, but 30% goes way to his another one, and he's not dead just yet. Elivo's going to get killed off by the self-destruct. It is he, not something you usually see. A Lucio killing off a May. Another EMB coming through, but this time is on the side of Shoes Money crew. Everybody's abilities completely wiped off, and they finally get a tick.
Costa put to sleep, and now Elivo doesn't have his boosters quite ready. There's the early self-destruct, but it's not where it needed to be.
Self-destruct on the side of the point as the round completes, finds the kill. Aren't managed to touch in the end, and still with time in the bank. Shoes Money crew coming up big.
Means Shoes Money crew, they've won the series. There's no way that Angry Titans can now match them. This is at least a draw. So Angry Titans, our favourites for this group, have once again been flummoxed by this former That's a Disband roster when they have a sub in.
They disbanded, they remade, and they remade into Shoes Money crew. 4-4. 2 minutes remaining for Shoes Money crew to take the first tick to cement themselves a 3-0.
Shoe putting that hat back on, I don't know what is.
I don't know, man.
Stay hatted.
Put a shoe on your head. Do it. It's the shoes logo makes sense.
Do a shoey.
Just don't do a shoey. Put a shoe on your head.
Why would you not do a shoey? Why do you hate fun, Jules?
Why do I hate fun?
This is why we can't have nice things.
I play May. I don't hate
This is
fun.
why I can't have a beanbag.
Yeah, what? Because I hate fun.
Yeah.
I hate you being comfortable. That is what it is. Angry Titans, they're going to have to muster something pretty big here. Oh, come on. I want a beanbag too, to be fair.
Well, Shoes Money crew, like you said, 2 minutes. They have about half as much time as you'd usually have to attack Hanamura Point A, but thus far everyone seems to have got this pretty much on their first attack as it comes, and it looks like they're going to go out for that classic 3-3. Zeal's probably going to go back, sort of a Brigida, there it is, just like we expected. And now they're just going to be able to run onto a point. They're going to have that nice rotation again, dislodge Luddy and IPN from their particular positions. You can see Luddy right now, he's actually on the low ground here, so he needs to be very careful of these rotations. He doesn't have a Lucio.
He doesn't, but Urki is going to be with him here. Maybe they suspect Shoes Money crew coming through the side. They can nade them, and then they can kind of pounce. Colsty switching over from the Rhine. He's going back on the Winston.
Indeed he is. He wants to be able to move on to those supports potentially. Right now, it's going to be a little bit of poking here. Mouse taking a little bit of extra damage. Oh, it seems to be far too quiet right now, Jules.
Yeah, 40 seconds have already elapsed on the side of Shoes Money crew. Angry Titans. Urki. Yeah, he got shield slammed and then instantly killed by Tri-Spear. Mal's going to find a kill as well. Now, Elivo, what are you doing, man? You got to get back to the point. You got one tick. You got to do it. You got to do something. Elivo's going to go down very, very quickly. Luddy is going to follow him, and Barbecue picks up 2 kills. Izzy is going to fall, but a tick has already been half acquired, and that's IPN going down. Shoes Money crew are going to 3-0 Angry Titans in this game. It's now up to AT to try and claw their way back and try and get at least 1 map win.
I hope chat bought some bamboozle insurance, because they've just been run on by the SMC.
Oh boy. I mean, that pun was pretty terrible, but
it wasn't even a pun, it was just bad.
Yeah. What? What do you mean it was bad? It was a bad pun, Harry.
Fair enough.
That's how puns work. They're pretty bad when they come from you. Angry Titans, our season favourites, have been taken down by Shoes Money crew 3-0. And finalists as well. did make it to the Paris World Cup stage, faced off against Eagle Gaming, and what an upset coming through. It's been fantastic to watch them play. Barbecue and Mouse just stepping up onto another level.
Yeah, Barbecue and Mouse have been incredibly impressive. I've really liked to see Mouse and how well he's brawling, and also Trispear. He is kicking and kicking and kicking. He does not give a damn. He'll hit those orbs all day long. He is fragging out so hard.
That he is. Angry Titans, they now have to at least try and claim a map win. We're going to jump to map number 4 after this break. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Angry Titans versus Shoes Money Crew. Shoes Money Crew did just take the round, the map even, on Hanamura, leaving them 3-0 in the series. It's time to map number 4, and Angry Titans is choosing yet again.
Yep, it's Escort. It's between Dorado and Route 66. Maybe we go to Dorado. Like, usually, for Angry Titans, I'd say go Route 66. Just play some tanks like we saw earlier between British Hurricane and 1point. But I feel like right now, they really need to leverage what kind of advantages they have and potentially DPS play when it comes to Oni God or that Widowmaker, bring out Urki. maybe not on the Doomfist, but maybe on the Farah instead. Like, the Doomfist hasn't been working out too well thus far. It seems like Shoes Money Crew, they're very much holding their own, they're holding their mentality, they don't panic, and they take him out rather quickly.
What's important in those situations is that Zeal's shaving his shield bash for that rocket punch when it comes in. They either trade and they both get knocked down, and then the animation of them getting back up is just way too long for the Doomfist, or he comes in, he gets instantly stunned, and the rest of the team can jump on him. It does allow it going to Dorado, but that, again, in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, on Numbani, we saw last week, Zeal was just popping off on the Farah, did manage to get that nice 4K with the barrage, and this is a very good map to play Farah on, especially first. It's extremely good when it comes to cover, and there's a very small choke point which the defenders have to hold it.
Yeah, defensive Farah here wouldn't be too amiss, but it does look like we are actually going to be seeing the usual 3-3 come out of Shoes Money Crew. But Shoes Money Crew definitely have their running shoes on today, Jaws, because it seems like they're speed running Angry Titans.
It does seem so. Although that last map was a little bit longer. Come on, 4-4. Well, it's technically 5-4 at the end of it all after that one tick. Well, 80 on the offense. I would like to see them run this comp, actually. Only God with the Sombra, go for the big EMP mixed with that Blade. It can be extremely hard to actually fight around. Shoes Money Crew doing what 3-3 does best, though. They're going to try and hold them in the spawn.
Indeed they are. They're going to be incredibly aggressive. You can see Zeal peeking out with that shield, and Angry Titans will quickly be swapping up to their own 3-3 composition. They know they have a spawn advantage here, and they can already put a lot of pressure onto Kopsty and that main shield barrier.
Speed boost already used by both supports. Zeal taken extremely low, and Lolsish, alright, okay, Lolsish just holding M1. Sweet, W and M1 for the win. But he is going to take out the Mecha Barbecue. That will be Only God as well, securing the kill on the baby. Lolsish finds 76% on the ult charge. Kopsty, he's only 11.
Only God is done messing around right now.
Oh yeah.
Zeal there was taken out very quickly because he managed to suffer a lot of damage from his scouting, and then he eventually got picked off by Lolsish with that Fire Strike. That was some great usage of a Fire Strike, knowing that it penetrates barriers and can deal huge burst damage. And look at Only God here, he's so precise where he's laying these Plasma Mortars, really maximizing the ultimate charge he can get before this match even begins.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, actually. I'm like, damn, they are accurate if he's firing them up. Yeah, definitely been practicing those. That's a big shatter. 6 people hit the floor. Lolsish, Only God, and Ergy just cleaning on up. Barbecue gonna get ejected from the mech, and that would be an easy team fight for Angry Titans, only expending 1 ult in that one as well.
Oh, you don't like them when they're angry, Jaws. You will not like them when they're angry.
They're definitely
exactly
angry right
where
now.
The Titans are. They are absolutely fuming. They are furious. They are incensed. Question is, can Shoes Money Crew douse the flames and potentially hold a little bit longer on second? That was a very speed run approach to point A. 5-minute time back now for point B, and here we often see people swap over to a Winston to see if they can try and contain the high ground.
Did you see the X-ray of that? I was looking that whole time, and there was a big giant white outline ball, and then there was one small Zenyatta boy just kind of hovering there, and he just got collapsed on.
Can I ask you guys to entertain yourselves while I move over to the remainder of my team?
Yeah, that was really, really horrible thing to do to Tri-Spear. He ends up falling first, and that'll be Shoes Money Crew just retreating. Angry Titans now, look at their ult bank. They do have that Transcendence and this Self-Destruct online. Mao's working his way towards that first grab.
All is fair in love and war, and in comes the Self-Destruct. Can everyone hide behind the shield? However, there's a question. Does look like that will be the case. Tri-Spear forced to use that.
That's a nice shatter. That's what we wanted to see, Kopsty. Slams Only God straight into a wall. They end up killing off Erky as well. Transcendence actually got forced out by Tri-Spear there. You saw Tri-Spear trying to navigate his way around the small truck in order to escape that Self-Destruct. Was all on his own. And guess who chased him down? Oh, it's a brick.
And Shoes Money Crew now flashbacks to Hollywood, and they were able to hold first without giving away a tick. This is the aggression that they love to use. Using those barriers now gives Mouse some energy, but it does mean they're going to be rather vulnerable for the next few seconds while they come off of cooldown. But still, the aggression is there. They're not giving any space to Angry Titans for free.
Want to make sure Early Vote doesn't eat this
great shield.
Grab again. It got eaten. It got eaten again. Mouse is going to throw that one straight into Elivote's mech. As the Transcendence coming through, it's going to get pinned, but IPN is more than indestructible in that situation. Only God now with 1,000 HP is just going to farm away at the enemy Diva. Barbecue in a lot of trouble as Graviton Surge has been earned again. Zeal is going to go down to Erky as well. A nice pin from Lolsish, just cleaning up the rest of the fight. He's trying. Well, Barbecue, sorry, he's trying all his hardest to actually stall out this payload. Not quite happening though.
Well, Izzy's going to try and make his way back, but a shield bash will put an end to his life, and that doesn't mean he's not going to be available for this forthcoming fight. George, Shoes Money Crew can get onto this should they desire, but Izzy, he's going to be a little bit late, and of course won't have that sound barrier. Only God's going to try and make sure they don't even touch. However, here comes the early Graviton
straight onto the wall. Barbecue had no chance of actually eating that one up. Mouse gets pinned to the wall, and Tri-Spear earns his Transcendence in amongst that. He's going to use it to keep everybody alive on top of the point, but Elivo just charging straight for it past everybody else. Losish takes that time, sees the shield was turned by Coasty, finds a 4-man shatter, and they cap the second point.
Sometimes you just feel the eye of the Titan jaws, and now that 4-minute time bank for this third point is titanic. Question is, will Shoes Money Crew be able to sort of like find some semblance of a defense here? It seems like they have to invest so heavily to try and break the momentum here of Angry Titans, but when they invest heavily, they start becoming an ultimate disadvantage in terms of how quickly Angry Titans are generating these. Only God's always surviving for so long with so much energy. He can farm those grabs incredibly fast, and look at this aggression.
Tank ult in favor of Shoes Money Crew right now. Mouse going extremely low.
Midway through his cast.
Hit it. Oh my goodness. Losish just run down Mouse before he could get it off. Coasty's ult just disappears. Tried to get that shadow more defensively, got killed mid-animation like you said. Luddy is going to find Barbecue's mech, and that'll be AT just rolling it on home.
Losish just full-on football tackled him midway through that shadow, pushed him into the wall. No! It's my turn now. Losish almost has his own Earth Shadow, and of course he's been so successful thus far, and already a Graviton surge.
What a grab by Only God in the back line. No one saw it coming. Everybody's not going to be able to touch the point. Losish and Luddy making swift work of the back line, and that will be a very impressive time bank on Dorado.
Someone had their breakfast cereal in that 3-minute break right there. They quickly had an energy drink, had some cereal, and now Angry Titans are back to what we expect. But we also saw a good attack from Angry Titans on that first point of Hanamura Jaws. It was quite offensive. It was quite overwhelming. The question is, can Shoes Money Crew once again come back with something a little bit more impressive? But 5 minutes and 1 second was the time used by Angry Titans to complete Dorado, and well, we don't often see full completes of Dorado. It's one of the more defensively favored maps where you can feasibly hold on any of the points. We think point A, point B, and point C are all very defensively favored.
2 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. That's a very healthy time bank. Now Shoes Money Crew, they get their turn to attack. Angry Titans, though, they are going to run the same thing, it looks like. Maybe they'll go for a full hold like Shoes Money Crew did. It does seem like their game plan. Regardless of what map I think they actually did want to play, Route 66 or Dorado.
Do you think anyone's game plan is let's give away first?
Just let them have
we'll
it.
Try. We don't like playing first.
No, I do and I don't like playing first on Dorado. It's kind of frustrating sometimes because I find on Dorado you either get rolled on first, or you just hold no matter what happens, and you hold the car like underneath the bridge.
Dorado first is definitely one of those maps where it's all about momentum. If you're not getting it straight away, you are either going to get it in overtime. You don't like get first in like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't grind it down.
No, you definitely don't. Car's just super hard to push. Super hard to push. Pretty heavy.
Which is ironic for a car.
Yeah, I'll hover in one of that. Yeah.
Using that inner zen.
Oh, yeah. You reckon he can get in and drive it? Whoa. Driving force of Angry Titans, they're moving forward. You see that speed boost. I love watching Lucio speed boost at each other. It's so funny. That'll be Tri-Spear, just earning a lot. Ult charge in the back line. That's a beautiful little shield bash onto Urk. He is going to get upright, though. He's going to be more than healthy for this next fight. Coasty not too much, though. See, instantly drops the shield, and that Discord was cleansed off of him using a bubble. And that'll be Losish going down. Tri-Spear incredibly accurate with these ores, but they are going to trade 1 for 1 as Mouse is going to fall as well. Coasty's going to join him back in the base, and a rally actually is being used when 3 members are dead on the side of Shoes Money Crew. Zil really wants to win this fight, but Only God, he's already earned himself a grab.
It's going to give Tri-Spear a lot of armor. Barbecue needs to get out there. He's going to be farming for a Graviton surge. Question is, can he be demeched? He's hiding in the corner. Oh, that's going to hurt. Now he's got to try and either reset himself or give away all of his ultimate charge by moving back, changing to another hero, and changing back to D.Va. But he has also managed to be killed by Only God there. Don't kill the D.Va, guys.
You're forced to...
well, then again, they are angry, so...
Yeah, well, you forced the D.Va in 2 situations. You have to farm for the mech bag or switch out and lose ult charge. That's the problem. That's the grab in the front line. That's a lot of damage onto Coasty. Coasty having a very bad game right now. He's just getting hard focused by the entirety of Angry Titans, no matter what the situation is. But Coasty falling, that will be a Graviton... No, a Shatter coming online for Losish as well. Instantly getting that one after the Graviton's been used. This is what we talked about earlier. The rolling ultimates could be so hard to push in Dorado.
Costa yearns for David is going to be able to play Overwatch. Unfortunately, that is not today. Urki in behind Lolsish will be giving away that armor pack to give a quick amount of healing. The question is, where's he going to lay it down? There it is, the big shatter.
Beautiful shatter mixed with the shield bash. Easy clean up for Angry Titans.
Oh, that's brave.
Can't quite get the pin into the spawn. Yeah, a little bit brave. Lolsish going to be a little bit more careful than that, unfortunately. Barbecue is going to just give himself away. A little bit of ult charge towards the side of Angry Titans. Elivo no way near really that self-destruct.
Stealthy approach.
Kind of stealthy. They got 1 minute and 48 seconds to play with, really. I mean, from the side, Lolsish getting a whole lot of ult charge. Transcendence instantly forced. A nice pin. A Graviton Surge is thrown out. He's going to pin a couple of members in the back line to the floor. But right now, you got to look at Colsty. Does lay down the shatter and actually pins Lolsish as well. The shield slam didn't actually connect with that self-destruct either. And now Lolsish comes back with one of his own. Zeal is going to stay alive through the help of that sound barrier. But only got yet again with another grab.
And there, we're going to be swinging into it is Lolsish just as quickly. He's going to be taking out so many members. Barbecue having to be put down, unfortunately, to save Lolsish from the attentions of that Bunny Blaster. But look at how far this cart's moved and how much of a time bank's been used, Jaws. 1 minute remains for Shoes Money Crew. 3-0 in the series, but right now, Angry Titans look like they're in a position to just try again.
They're going to be forced into OT regardless. This card does take a fair while to actually move its way up this road. Angry Titans did back off as they did reconvene with the rest of the team. There's the self-destruct to get the remake and a sound barrier to march them forwards. Mouse is going to go down first at the hands of Lolsish, and Only God refusing to let anybody escape alive is going to just farm up his grab on the front line once more. Tri-Speed does have another Transcendence online, however, but so does IPN for this next fight.
Highly effective mortar play here from Only God, and they're running out of time on the side of Shoes Money Crew. They need to strap those running shoes on even harder because now they are very much on to the final race. 23 seconds remain and they're feeling low on ultimates.
And they've got a shatter available to them as well. There's the shield pass, there's the shatter, but this time around, Tri-Spirit is there with the Transcendence, but so is IPN. There will be a self-destruct launched to the skies and a beautiful block by Lolsish. Everybody crowds around him. IPN a little bit too far in the action, ends up getting taken out. Lolsish is going to fall, and eventually Coasty gets his revenge on the front line of Angry Titans. Only God may have earned himself another grab, but they force him to overtime here. One more push, one more fight for Angry Titans, and they will secure the map.
Angry Titans are happy here to go away, keep Only God with his energy so that he can follow up the grab even better. And here, Jaws, because of overtime, they don't even need to win a fight. They just need to force Shoes Money Crew off a point, and you can do that with a Graviton Surge. You can just pin people away from a point so they can't contest. And the question is that going to be what the tactic is? Barbecue can still potentially eat this. He can still be the hero and keep Shoes Money Crew in this map.
That's all they need. Graviton goes in, he gets eaten completely up by Barbecue, and the shadow does hit the floor. Urki stays alive somehow through the help of a particle barrier coming through from Only God, but Lolsish falling, Elivoke's mech just disappearing. This is bad news for Angry Titans right now. Zeal does end up going down to Urki, but it doesn't matter. Man advantage for Shoes Money Crew and a grab in their back pocket for next fight. It's only Luddy just buying a little bit more time. He's just going to die on the cart in order to make sure Angry Titans can reconvene a little later.
Okay, everybody settle down, breathe. 2 minutes and 30 seconds have been added to the time bank of Shoes Money Crew, and we've got a heck of a lot of ultimates as well, 4 at their disposal, and Colsty is quickly going to have that Earth Shadow ready to go. But Angry Titans engagement there, Only God almost has yet another Graviton, 90% of the way there, but it seems so telegraphed. Barbecue knew exactly what they were going to do. They neither, oh, we've just seen Only God get ushered out with a speed boost. He must have his Graviton, must be trying to save their energy for that. So you know what, I'm just going to bathe him in the defense mode to make sure he's nice and clean, and we're not going to have any density today, thank you very much.
There's a lot of ultimates coming online, Harry. You've got to be careful. Only God's nearing another.
Oh, that's not the play.
That was a very high up shatter as well. It did end up hitting a couple of cacti, but not too many. There's a Graviton Surge, but IPN had already used that Transcendence. There's the self-destruct, shield removed, but Only God actually absorbs most of it. Colty's going to go down in the mix of it all. 2 sound barriers used also, and Only God just marching forward with Lolsish and IPN just mince-meeting Shoes Money Crew in the front line. There you go, cleaning up the rest of the fight. 1 minute and 30 remain. However, they still get another fight and another chance.
One more chance, Jaws. We've only got one ultimate to make work. Zeal can still combine with this, with that shield bash to make that combo happen. But Lolsish very quickly building up towards another as well. Look at those cacti. Have all been knocked off by the Earth Shadow. Was very much taught a lesson by the attempted combo from Angry Titans.
Oh. I wonder how my cactus is doing at home, actually. Actually, it's probably dead by now. So is Mao's, in fact, as Elivo does manage to find the self-destruct. That actually reminded me. I didn't actually water it before I left.
Yikes. That's a crikey from me.
Totally dead. Tri-Spirit is going to go down to Luddy. Only God chasing everybody away. Another grab available for him. And Angry Titans with a wealth of ultimates here that if they stagger these out correctly, this could be all over. 50 seconds remain, and Only God hiding once again.
Looking at this ultimate bank from Angry Titans, the hopes of Shoes Money Crew appear to be more dead than the houseplants of Jaws right here. And there's the Shatter combo.
Oh, the Shatter. But Colsey was protected in that. He might be able to turn this around with the help of Tri-Spear's Transcendence. A Graviton Surge ping them all to the pillar, and another Shatter coming out from Colsey. Doesn't hit anybody. Losish and Colsey will fall, but still Only God super high charge, and they still have to make it back to the cart, which is rolling backwards, Harry.
He's got all this energy. He's got a personal barrier as well. Gonna have to keep Luddy safe as he's ushered away. They have to make a quick escape here as Shoes Money Crew move onto the cart. Angry Titans, however, they've got 12 seconds. They can take this fight in overtime again. Just get together right now. Figure out your plan right here. You've got to collect yourselves. You've got to stay angry, and you've got to claim at least one map here, potentially. Lolsish ready to lead the charge forward, and there's the rally.
They've got the Giganti combo online. Mouse chucks in the grab, but he gets completely denied, completely eaten up by Elivote. The self-destruct is thrown in regardless and actually takes out IPN. The Shadow hit the floor from Lolsish, but doesn't quite find anything at all. Now Colsey is completely alive and well in the team fight. This is what you got to do. Stay on this card right now. You are the meaty member that has to be there. Lolsish is going to go down, however, and Only God earns himself yet another grab. If this one's eaten, it could be all over. He's grabbing them off the point, and a sound barrier could end it all. Angry Titans find two. Lolsish ends up getting taken down, but it's too little, too late. Shoes Money Crew fall, and Angry Titans claim Dorado.
Claim Dorado, but not much more than that. Jaws 3-1 is our final scoreline. It appears it took until our fourth map for Angry Titans to really rev up those angry engines and become furious in their final form.
3-1. The desk were wrong, the chat were wrong. So historical day for Shoes Money Crew, looking extremely strong coming into it all. It was a bit of a, not a question mark team, but it was, are they actually going to be able to perform in this group? This group is incredibly strong, but they've already stood up to the Titans.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they'll be doing better in their other matches as well. They've now faced up against arguably two of the highest rated teams in the group in 1 Point and Angry Titans. We've already won one of these matches. That leaves the main time that they have to compete with being, who would it be?
British Hurricane.
I know what group this is.
British Hurricane might be their next opponents next week. We'll have to wait and see. But that game, at least Angry Titans secure one on the board. Remember, every map counts as well.
And it does.
I think we're going to jump over to the desk now as the three guys over on there can break it down.